Hey, my beautiful fam. Welcome back to 111 PB Fly. Okay, all my supporters, all my followers, I love y'all. From the bottom of my heart, I love y'all. I love y'all. Happy to be here. Take what resonates. This is a general reading. All right, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that great stuff. Okay, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. So we're going to tap in and see what's going on in the energy. I do really feel that things are shifting, but there's still like some stagnance of this negativity just holding on for dear life by a thread. Okay, so hopefully this does not come out in this reading, but you know, it's still a little bit there. All right, so let the haters hate, and all my winners we're gonna congratulate. Okay, and without the haters, you know, we wouldn't be where we are. So we thank y'all too. Cross watchers, you're welcome if you're watching. All right, so let's get started. All right, okay. I already pre-shuffled my decks to cut time here, and I do one shuffle so y'all can see in front, so it's just like an extra whatever. All right, so we're gonna start with this love deck. Okay, it is Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. So let's see what's going on in the energy and love to begin this week out. All right, Spirit guys, what we need to know for our highest good. What's going on in the energy? Okay, can we get a nice 4 cards for the collective? I'm not even gonna keep shuffling. I'm just gonna pull 4 off the top because nothing's coming out. All right, avoidance. Somebody's been ghosted. 111, activation, twin flame. All right, we got Hot Empress, beautiful and sexy, and apology. Bottom of the deck, unfinished business. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's up? What's the next? What's the scenario? Oh, that's what's in my head. So what's the scenario here? Shoot. Okay. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? I don't know. I guess it go like that, something like that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm telling my age. Okay. Listen. Just the way this whole spread is lining up. Somebody is feeling guilty because they avoided a twin flame situation, a soul contract. Okay? They ghosted this situation. Now they realizing that you are the damn empress. You have high value. They didn't see you for shit. Somebody thought you wasn't shit. Wasn't gonna be shit, ain't shit, whatever. But now they seeing that you are high value. You are the empress. You know your self-worth. You're not selling for this lame shit, okay? And now they want to apologize. They want to meet up. They want to have a heart-to-heart. And they feel this unfinished business here, okay? This is what I'm feeling is the main energy right here. And with avoidance here, this can go both ways. Maybe you're avoiding this person now. You're like, shit, you ain't see me for who I was. So now I'm good. I know my self-worth. And this can be vice versa. Now they feeling guilty. They have some introspection on who you were. And they ghosted you. Okay? I mean, it does say twin flame on this card. So y'all could be, you know, that energy you giving back what they gave you. Not intentionally, but this is how the roles got reversed here. Okay? All right, let's see. Spirit guys, what we need to know. First up, what's this avoidance? What is this avoidance? I already pre-shuffled these. Why am I doing this again, y'all? We just gonna roll with it, okay? We're gonna roll with it. I don't like pulling more than one card, but I mean, I just like to give y'all what I get. If it come out, it come out. All right. First up, we got the 9 of Pentacles here. All right. This is pre-Empress energy. All right. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that you're focused on your finances, okay? Your stability. Feel like you're being rewarded for your hard work, okay? While all this mess was going on, you had your head down and was in your bag, okay? You were focused on your finances, for your life, you know, all aspects of your life. Your kids, your education, you know, your stability, your foundation, all that good stuff, all right? So, you know, 10 of Pentacles is the highest in the deck. You already at 9 by yourself, all right? So you focused on you. We had a 6 of Cups here. I feel like this avoidance was you. Again, you let go of the past to focus on your future. I just said you in your bag, okay? With Hierophant here, I feel like you focused on your education, your beliefs, you gained wisdom spiritually here, okay? You were committed to connections with the divine. I feel like you were following your heart. You were following your guidance. Like something was telling you which way to go. I can't make this up. Ace of Swords here. All right. So you knew you had success somewhere else. You had to leave this behind. New plans, new ideas, clarity of mind, brain power. Okay. I feel like before you left, you said what you had to say here. Okay, you left somebody feeling conflicted with laying cards on the table. I feel like you had a conversation with this person, all right, but you knew that you had to keep it stepping for whatever reason, all right. Okay, so let's get her done. What we need to know. I'm gonna leave you here because I'm gonna come right back for you. Okay, got my other decks out. Yeah, let's see what else we got. All right, Spirit guys, what else we need to know? Tell me more about this avoidance and Nine of Pentacles, please. Okay, what we got? What do we have here? All right, Five of Swords here. Somebody was playing mind games with you, being very deceptive. And with Six of Pentacles in reverse, you decided to stop giving your time to them. Okay? You stopped giving your time, your inspiration, your energy. You know, you just was like, I'm good. I'm going to keep this to myself. With Hierophant in reverse, I feel like you feel this person lacked spiritual guidance. They lacked maturity with education, tradition, or maybe with marriage in reverse, you didn't feel like this was a good fit. You didn't feel like this would lead to a good marriage, or this wasn't, this person wasn't giving you solid advice, or this person wasn't leading you correctly, okay? You saw something here that triggered you and said, there's nothing I can do with this situation, all right? Within these mind games and this deception, you started looking at this person like, all right, you're not somebody that I could see solid advice. You're not somebody I could see marriage with. You're not somebody that I can feel I can grow with education in reverse, okay? And I feel like you just stopped giving to this person, period, okay? Hangman is right here in reverse. You know, I feel like it was hard for you to let this go, you know? You didn't want to make this sacrifice. With this twin flame, I can't make this up. It's right here. 1111 twin flame is right here. Twin flame. All right. I felt like it was hard for you to walk away from this person, but you knew that you had to. All right. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. This person wasn't a leader. All right. They weren't focused. They weren't independent. All right. They weren't passionate. I feel like maybe this person they weren't giving you what you needed or what you felt you needed in this relationship. Okay. What else we need to know, Holy Spirit? Spirit guys, what else do we need to know? All right, we got deep thinking in reverse. Solve puzzle in reverse. I feel like at the time, in bottom of the deck, we have mystery, unknown, and puzzle in the upright. Okay, so I feel like at the time, you didn't really put any thought into this. You just felt like you don't know what's going on. You was confused, but you knew with unknown here and puzzle and illusion. I feel like you didn't know exactly what was going on here. You weren't sure what the core of its problem was with solve puzzle in reverse, but you knew something wasn't right, and you was just like, I gotta go. The end. No opportunity here. Empty room. Okay, so I feel like you just said, yeah. Okay, with clean in reverse, wide awake in reverse, decisive. You know, at this time, I feel like maybe you didn't stand firm on a situation. You know, twin flame situations, y'all usually go back and forth and back and forth. But I feel like at the time, you didn't know what was going on. You just knew something was off, and you made a decision that, you know, it was confusing, but you had to go ahead and step up out of that. Oops, what is this? Because it's hanging out. Okay, yeah. Fighting, trust issues, one-sided, detached, poor communication, transformation in reverse, all right? So again, you saw something in this person that wasn't befitting to you, okay? And you decided that you need to leave. Drama, scandal, disbelief, hidden things revealed, okay? There was a lot of trust issues. There was a lot of one-sided communication here. This person refused to change, and I feel like you left because something happened here that you knew wasn't right. Something was revealed to you that made you realize that, this wasn't it, all right? This person was not going to change, and this created a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments, and, one-sided drama. Like, you sitting here talking to yourself, okay? Unknown caller, spam calls, playing on the phone. Maybe that's what led to that after. Let me see, what do we need to know? Ninth house, this is Sag energy. Higher education, long distance, culture, religion, personal beliefs, okay? So maybe you guys were fighting because you guys had, cultural differences, religion differences, personal belief differences, okay? Any of the above. Higher education. Maybe you had a higher education of what was going on. All right, I did see the Hierophant card out there earlier. It was in reverse at that time, but I also saw it in the upright, so whatever. But, all right, let's get on to this 1111. What is this twin flame situation? Okay. All right, we had a Four of Pentacles here. All right, so somebody was greedy and materialistic financially. Somebody wanted power, all right, over this twin flame situation. Somebody was greedy, materialistic, focused on money, controlling, possessive. Okay, let's see, what else we need to know, Holy Spirit? What else do it needs to know? All right, I feel like you overcame these obstacles, all right, with Journey here. We spoke about you moving on. So I feel like you walked away from this situation and you overcame this, all right? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, somebody that was materialistic here. All right, I still have the Hierophant here at the bottom. Oh, no, I didn't shuffle this before it to be still here. This is relevant. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, this was a situation, it wasn't meant to... This person was materialistic. They're not loving, very manipulative, jealous. So it's like confirmation. So, somebody was misguided here. And when you left this situation, you gained a perspective of what was going on around you. And I feel like this is how you overcame this. We got the King of Cups in reverse as well. Somebody that's not emotionally intelligent. They're not passionate. They're not devoted or faithful. So we dealing with two manipulative type people here. They're not a leader. They're not faithful. You got materialistic here. 10 of Cups on the bottom. This is not how would you say this? This is not a divine union. But as far as the cards are concerned, these two, they match each other's energy. Okay? But this is not a great marriage here, a great union or what have you. Now these two people, they want to come out of this mental prison, this anxiety, this mental chaos, okay? I feel like this is what they were bringing to you, all right? And you walked away from all of this. You overcame this. We have Corinthians 4:18 here. And Corinthians 4:18, we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is seen is eternal. So I feel like somebody did not realize or recognize the power behind the scenes. And when I say the power behind the scenes, I feel like the inner strength that you had, they didn't see this about you, okay? The inner strength that you had, your belief, the faith that you had, the courage you have, the confidence you have. And maybe they felt like they could just walk all over you or do whatever, okay? No commitment, okay? We did see unfaithful here. Divine intervention is in reverse, okay? So divine, again, did not approve of this situation. I just said that. these two here were both manipulative and, you know, lying, and for them it's a great match. Okay, they refused to let this go, or whatever this is. They refused to give up. They wanted this money. They wanted this, you know, they were greedy. But with let go here, you walked away, you surrendered this, and you gave it to God. I feel like you was like, I'm good. Lost loved ones, memories, that's what they are to you now. Okay? You're in a whole new space. You're like, I'm good here. Okay? What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Unknown caller. Somebody playing on your phone now? All right? Safe, love, trust your home. I did just see this and I put it back. What was behind here after I said you let go? Right here. And I put it back. Your home. You feel like home to them. Okay? They feel like you are safe, a safe haven for them, security for them. Okay? They can trust you. Confirmation. But you couldn't trust theirs. All right? What else we need to know, Holy Spirit? Can I get one more? I want to take this. All right, rock bottom in reverse. I feel like this person doesn't want to deal with what's I feel like is coming for them. They don't want to deal with the karma. They don't want to go to jail. They don't want the legal issues. They don't want their life to fall apart. All right? They're going through turmoil. They learning the lessons about addictions they should have awakened. Okay? Broken mirrors. I feel like, you know, they overdid whatever they overstepped is what I'm hearing. They overstepped, and now they're dealing with all of this, chasing this greed, turmoil, triggers, addictions, lessons. They should have awakened. I feel like you were there to bring light into this person's life. And remember, we just said you feel like home to them. They feel like you're safe. You bring peaceful vibes, okay? You bring a calm mind, soul alignment, all right? So they walked away from their peace. Now they got egg on their face, all right? They got caught out here acting foolish. Everything backfired. Didn't I just say they don't want this karma? They don't want these legal problems. They don't want their life to fall apart. But this is how the cookie crumbles here, all right? Turmoil triggers lessons. They were supposed to awaken so they could have peaceful vibes just like you. We saw 11-11 here. You guys were supposed to mirror each other's energy, but they wanted to chase money, okay? Let's see. Spirit guys, what do we need to know about this high value? All right, let's put a little bit of Palo Santo on my situation. Okay. Let's keep this energy positive. Let's keep it positive. Light that up a little bit. Okay, it's a little Palo Santo for that ass. Okay, all right, let's get it. Okay, now let me know what's going on with this high value Empress. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands here. It took a lot of courage for you to fight through all of this nonsense here. Okay. But you put forth all this effort, you know, you had the victory and the courage to fiercely fight through this competition or whatever this was, okay? Yeah, I'm feeling like you were heavenly protected, okay? Or you prayed for protection, all right? You knew your self-worth. You knew you were beautiful. You knew you were confident. And nobody could take that from you here, okay? What else do we need to know? Ooh, this flew out. What is this? A Knight of Cups. A young man, perhaps art. Okay. Yeah, so there was a Knight of Cups in your energy. Somebody that's funny, poetic, okay? Sensual. So there might have been a lot of sexual chemistry between y'all, all right? 9 of Swords here. 9 of Swords is here. So I feel like this person just left you with a lot of negativity, a lot of worries, unhappiness, okay? Now, I feel like, you know, you were always overthinking, having regrets, okay? I almost feel like you left this person in this energy as well. This Knight of Cups here, this was somebody, You know, nights aren't there to play, aren't there to stay. They there to play. All right. And I feel like now this person is having that, you know, they unhappy, they worried, they having insomnia. They got obsessive feelings towards you. You know, they in regret about how they did you in the past. This Knight of Wands is here too. Okay, you have somebody jealous in your energy, very arrogant, reckless, you know, a lot of fights. All right. Promised you the world, but ain't deliver shit. You know what I'm saying? What else we need to know? Tell me more. And this is where the self-worth came in at. You knew what you deserved, and you know what I'm saying, you kept it moving. What's on the bottom of this deck too? I want to see everything. Okay. All right. Ace of Cups. You moved in pure intentions. You genuinely loved this person. You really cared about this person. Feelings growing, self-love, emotions, pure intentions. But you loved yourself more. All right. I feel like you loved yourself more than to sit and allow somebody to play with your heart like that. The Seven of Swords is here. You came out of this betrayal. You came out of this deception. All right. I feel like now this person wants to do the same. They want to come out of this betrayal, this deception. They don't want to be this liar, sneaky person anymore, this thief, you know. They were greedy, trying to come after your coins. Four of Swords here, but this person is not healed. Okay, this person has not done the meditation or taken the time to gain a higher perspective in this situation. With the Eight of Wands here, this person is not making any moves. They're not taking any action. They don't want this karma, and you know, they're not gaining any positive news. This is somebody, King of Swords, this is somebody that's ruthless. We just said this, stubborn, okay, calculated, planning, and you have strong boundaries. You set boundaries with this person, strong boundaries with this person, and now they're feeling regretful and lost. They're feeling conflicted, and they miss you. All right. And the star is here. You are the Empress. You are the star. This person is trying to have hope that they can heal things with you and renew a situation. All right. So let's see. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Let's see. Magician. Okay. Somebody's trying to have the power to regain this situation. They want to be able to regain the wisdom, to be able to take control back over this situation. But I feel as the Empress, you hold the power. You have the connection with the spiritual realm. You have the wisdom, and you know exactly what to do. Okay, yeah. So what else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Wow, that just flew out. Huh. You have the key. You knew you knew what the core of the problem was. All right, and they will not be able to touch your finances. Okay, you saw exactly what this was. You hold the key. All right, and they are not able to touch your finances. Okay, as much as they want to, they can't come in and play with you anymore. Like, all right, trying to use you for your coins. Somehow somebody knew something that you had going on. Like somebody that tapped into your life. They knew you were going to be successful. They left you. They played you. Now they want to come back, try to make things work so they can be attached to your destiny, your good vibes, whatever you got going on. Spirit God, what else we need to know? Can I get one card, Spirit Guides, please and thank you? Ooh, that's too many. Hold on. We're not going to take those. There's too many. Spirit Guides, can I get one card? I'm just going to pull. What's this? Forever kind of love, unbreakable, meant to stay. Yeah, that's what they want you to think. See this ring on this flower? So somebody want to come in and try to propose to you now. They're going to try whatever they can to get attached to you. All right? They don't want this to be over. They don't want you to move on. They want you to repeat this cycle, but you're not. This is in reverse. We are not repeating cycles again. All right? We have already learned this lesson. They want you to grow together. They're going to tell you they learned the lesson here. All right? They're going to come in. They're going to say this is a forever kind of love. I learned a lesson here. Let's grow together. Let's get this money together. But this is what you're going to get. Push and pull, unbalanced, still in their pride and ego, power struggles. Your ex, okay? Be mindful. Love triangle, sleeping with an ex, okay? Undercover, look. We done already been through all this. We don't have time. This person's planning and strategizing how they gonna get back to you. I said somebody playing on your phone. Yeah. They want to take you out. They want to come back, reconcile, and burn your ass all over again. All right? Look, they don't want to get caught. I'm airing their laundry, okay? Be mindful. Here we go. I just said it. I can't make this up. Apology, meeting up, heart-to-heart conversations. They going to come in. They going to come in thick. They going to come in heavy. Disloyalty. I cannot make this shit up. Changes might be in the wrong direction, all right? You on your way. You moving on up, okay? Your money coming in. You doing good. You don't want to go backwards to this jealous person that's weak, intolerant, arrogant, reckless, boastful, promising you the world but not giving you shit. Okay, we not doing this. Worrying this, you're going to be right back in this same energy. All right, I'm going to shuffle these again. What else we got? What's that? Justice in reverse. Lies, entanglements, the world, okay? You're about to be rewarded for all of your hard work. Shoot, you might even be moving, all right? God might be blessing you with a house. You might be traveling. 21 might be significant to somebody. The moon is here. The secrets are out. I just said I'm airing out somebody's laundry. I can't make this shit up. Y'all saw how these cards flew out. Spirit is saying, listen, I'm telling you what's ahead. Don't go back, all right? Ill will, betrayal, disadvantage, loss. Don't go back, okay? Y'all can do what y'all want to with it. I'm just the delivery person. Knight of Swords, a person cheating in order to do harm. Someone who upsets your plans, missed opportunity. They already missed the boat, and now they're trying to drag you back into another cycle so you can miss yours. Because something wonderful is about to come to you, okay? I've been saying this for the last week, and this is your test, all right? Two of Wands in reverse. We got the Four of Pentacles here, all right? I feel like, what's on the bottom of this deck before I even say what I'm thinking? Yeah. All right. We got 11 here. All right. With the Two of Wands here, I feel like somebody does not know how to move forward somebody does not know how to move forward with you. They haven't made a decision on how to move forward towards this partnership here with you. All right. They having past regrets. All right. They still in fear. With Justice here in reverse, I feel like this person knows that they told a lot of lies and made a lot of harsh judgments about you. They're very unhappy wherever they are, okay? They're not getting what they want. They should have walked away from this situation, all right? Now they want to walk away and let go and abandon ship where they are. You know, they want to come out of these obstacles. They doing some soul searching, and they want to be this emperor here, all right? Now they want to be this leader. They want to be this wise decision maker and conquer the world and all these things, okay? But Spirit was like, listen, you had an opportunity here. There's no success, okay? You're not receiving opportunities in this situation. You're like, there's no more time. The waiting period is over. This person don't have confidence. I feel like, you know, this is a done deal here. All right? Let's see. Tell me more about this Two of Swords. Tell me about this disloyalty, Spirit. What do we need to know? Oh, what was that? Y'all saw that. Okay. Five of Cups is here. They want out of this betrayal. They want out of this sadness. And, you know, with this regret and loneliness, they don't want to be lonely. They don't want this breakup. Why? Because the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. They don't have any luck without you. They don't want this karma. I cannot make this up. Karma is here. Karma is here in reverse. They need you to avoid this karma. They need you to avoid the shit that they've done. This is why they coming in so heavy and laying it on thick. Oh, I love you. Let's get married. This, whatever. If they come in, if somebody from your past comes in rushing you to marry, let's do this. Let's get married. Let's whatever, forcefully, you already know what's up. All right. This person is coming in. Spirit is warning you. This person is coming in because they're going to tell you whatever they need to tell you to butter your ass up so that you can get back into the cycle. They do not. Your Wheel of Fortune is going up. Your ladder is going up, all right? Their ladder is going down, and they don't want to go down. They're trying, it's like you see somebody drowning in the pool, you go in the pool to try to save them, and they sinking you too because they trying to hold on to you for dear life. So now both of y'all going under the water, all right? That's what this is, okay? Destiny in reverse. That's where your situation will be if you go back to this situation. Death card on the bottom of the deck. I can't make this shit up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Ending. All right. Pain, hurt, unexpected change. All right. You're growing. All right. You already put an end to this situation. You're moving forward. But if you go back,